25 years of dictatorship, Saddam Hussein's life story. Today, we'll talk about a dictatorship that shook global powers during a 25-year reign. Who was that young man who emerged from a small village and quickly established his rule across an entire country at a young age? This was the man who even had the Quran written with his own blood. But then came a time when his downfall began, and he was hanged by his own people. This is the story of Saddam Hussein, considered one of the most powerful leaders in the Middle East. What were the reasons that America became upset with him and eventually removed him from power? Let's find out. My name is History of Global English, and in this video, we will shed light on the life of Saddam Hussein, not to glorify any dictator, but simply to present his life story. Early life. Saddam Hussein was born on April 28, 1937, near the town of Tikrit in the village of Al-Auja, Iraq. He was only 3 years old when his father passed away. Due to poverty, his mother remarried, but Saddam's stepfather subjected him to such cruelty that he was forced to leave home. He took refuge at his uncle's house, who was an officer in the Iraqi army. His uncle provided him with a good upbringing and education, shaping him into a responsible young man. Saddam proved to be more intelligent than most people his age. He had a strong interest in Arab history, often spending his pocket money on books. From the beginning, Saddam possessed a revolutionary spirit. He actively participated in demonstrations against the Iraqi government and was imprisoned for 6 months. Rise in the Ba'ath Party. At the age of 20, in 1957, Saddam joined the Ba'ath Party, a revolutionary political movement in Iraq. The Ba'ath Party was founded in Damascus, Syria, in 1953 by Mitchell Aflaq and Salah al-Din al-Bidr. Its purpose was to unite all Arab nations under one political umbrella, based on social welfare, Arab unity, and resistance to Western influence. The party's ideology matched Saddam's personality, nationalistic, anti-Western, and ambitious. Within 2 years, party leaders recognized his potential. They decided to assassinate Iraq's prime minister, Abdul Karim Qasim, who had overthrown the monarchy in 1958 and established a democratic government. The Ba'athists opposed Qasim's nationalism, socialism, and his refusal to join the Arab League with Egypt and Syria. Saddam was trained for 6 months, given a revolver and a machine gun, and tasked with killing Qasim. In October 1959, during a public rally, Saddam and his team attacked the prime minister. However, Qasim survived, and Saddam was injured but managed to escape. He fled to Damascus and later went to Egypt, where he studied law. The Ba'ath Party seizes power. After nearly a decade, Saddam's dream came true. On December 20, 1968, the Ba'ath Party seized power in Iraq. Ahmad Hassan al-Bakr became president, and Saddam returned home, abandoning his studies. His dedication earned him a senior position in the party. Saddam quickly rose through the ranks, establishing himself as a ruthless and cunning power player. By July 16, 1979, he forcibly ousted President al-Bakr and became president of Iraq, marking the beginning of his 25-year dictatorship. The Golden Years. The first decade of Saddam's rule brought prosperity to Iraq. He improved healthcare, education, infrastructure, and women's rights. Under his leadership, Iraq experienced rapid modernization, and women enjoyed more rights than in most Middle Eastern countries. During this time, Saddam became immensely popular. He even ordered the Quran to be written using his own blood, comprising 605 pages, which was placed in a mosque. However, Saddam's ambitions grew beyond Iraq. He wanted to become the leader of the Arab world. The Iran-Iraq War, 1980–1988. On December 20, 1980, Saddam launched an attack on Iran, triggering an 8-year war that resulted in over 3 million Iraqi and 1 million Iranian casualties. The main cause of the war was a dispute over the Shatt al-Arab River, an oil transport route. Though both nations had agreed not to claim each other's territory in 1937, Saddam violated the agreement to seize control of the area. The war was devastating and expensive. Despite massive support from the United States and Britain, Iraq's oil production and economy were crippled. When the war ended in 1988, neither side achieved victory, but Saddam's army proved its strength. Iraq, however, was left in ruins. The invasion of Kuwait, 1990. Just 2 years later, Saddam invaded his smaller Arab neighbor, Kuwait, on August 2, 1990. Kuwait was rich in oil, and Saddam claimed it historically belonged to Iraq. The invasion sparked the First Gulf War. In response, the United States led an international coalition under Operation Desert Storm, 1991, to drive Iraqi forces out of Kuwait. Interestingly, Desert Storm was the first war to use GPS technology, which the U.S. Army later made available for civilian use worldwide. After the war, the United Nations imposed harsh sanctions on Iraq, accusing Saddam of developing weapons of mass destruction. His relations with the West deteriorated further, and he began emphasizing Arab unity and anti-Israel sentiment. 9/11 and the Second Iraq War. After the September 11, 2001 attacks, although no Iraqis were involved, the U.S. turned its attention to Saddam Hussein. Using false claims of weapons of mass destruction, the U.S. invaded Iraq in 2003 under Operation Iraqi Freedom. Saddam was captured near Tikrit in December 2003, hiding in an underground bunker. DNA tests confirmed his identity. Some reports claimed Saddam, and his sons often used body doubles for safety. The book, The Devil's Double by Latif Yahya, tells the story of Uday Hussein's double and provides insights into Saddam's regime. One conspiracy theory suggests that Saddam was caught because of his love for a traditional fish dish called masgouf. According to rumors, the CIA monitored fish markets, tracked one of Saddam's guards, and eventually located his hiding place. Though not verified, it adds intrigue to the story. Trial and execution. Saddam's trial began on October 19, 2005, before a special tribunal. He was charged with crimes against humanity, including using chemical weapons against the Kurdish population during the Anfal campaign, 1991. After months of hearings, he was sentenced to death. His appeal was rejected, and on December 30, 2006, the day of Eid al-Adha, Saddam Hussein was hanged at dawn. It is said that he requested a coat before execution, not wanting people to think he was shivering from fear. Reports claim he recited the Kalima, Islamic declaration of faith, moments before his death. Legacy and reflection. When I visited Iraq in 2017, there were no traces of Saddam Hussein left. His statues and posters that once dominated every street had vanished. The world remembers how his grand statue in Baghdad was toppled after the U.S. invasion, a moment broadcast worldwide. Yet years later, as Iraq struggled with instability and the rise of ISIS, many Iraqis began to reminisce that life under Saddam, though harsh, was more stable. Today, Iraq remains war-torn despite being rich in oil. This raises an important question. Does democracy truly suit the Middle East, or is a strong authoritarian rule more fitting? What do you think about this? How do you view Saddam Hussein's era? If you liked the story, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts.